Hello my friends, it's Cassie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing the holiday release for Trinity stamps. It's called Warm and Cozy, and I am so excited to show you what I have. I don't have everything. I have most things, but I don't have everything. So, but it's all available right now, and I will have everything linked down below in the description box. But let's go ahead and take a look at what they have, because they have a lot of great stuff again. Okay. So for their Slimline collection, because that is a big deal, you know, I'll know Trinity Stamps is right on it with Slimline. They've got a few more 4x11 stamp sets. This first one's called All Spruced Up. So it's called All Spruced Up. Here it is. And this one has all these fun wintry images. Obviously great not just for Christmas, but you could use these for holiday, or not holidays, but winter. And then here is the matching die. I just got this, but I love that there is this big one for your border. And then that way you could almost make, well, you could make shaker for sure. And you could also have stuff recessed in the back and stuff popping up in the front, but you've got a die for all the things. And I do have a example for you. So this is the one I made. This is going to use a new one as well, and I'll bring that out when we talk about that one, but I just stamped the border. I actually stamped it twice, so I stamped it once and then turned it and stamped it again so that I get really full image. Obviously, if you did this, you couldn't use the matching die with that, but I think this is so much fun. So much fun. So there's that one. And yeah, there's a lot of matching dies for the things, but I don't have all the dies for everything. This next one is another 4x11 stamp set. This one is called Christmas Magic, and I don't have a sample for this one, but here it is. Talk about gorgeous. Like, this is gorgeous, and this die just makes me so happy. So not only do you have the die that will cut out Santa and the reindeer, but you also have one that will cut out stars, which I think is awesome. So you could cut it out, and then you could cut out your Santa and have him sitting on top of where the magic is coming from on a slimline. And then we've got all the little snowflakes, and then we also have the sentiments. Look at this one for the big sentiment that says, "May the magic of Christmas fill your hearts and your homes." I love that. And then also "Joy to the world," which is a perfect sentiment. So this is great for Slimline. Now we're moving on to some 4x8 stamp sets. And this first one is called Cozy Christmas Cottage. And here it is. No sentiments with it, but you can pair this up with any of your Christmas sentiments that you might have, or, you know, you wouldn't even have to necessarily use it for Christmas, because you could use the little bear with the fireplace, and you wouldn't have to use the little extras if you really didn't want to. But here's the matching die. I didn't have this when I made this particular card, and this is actually a surprise card. Didn't turn out as well as I had hoped, but there it is, and I'll talk about this die when we get to it. But that's what I made for this one, and that's all up, you know, down in there. But yeah, there is that one. Love this little set, and I love this little bear. I think he's too darn cute. So you could dress him up like he's almost like a Santa bear, put the hat on top of him, which I think is so fun. So yeah, all the little matching dies to go with it. Our next one along that same line with the little bears is the Cottage Kitchen, and I love this one. So sending sweet homemade wishes, and there's so many fun little elements in here. And here's the matching dies that go with it. And it looks like, oh, I love this. So I didn't have the dies when I made my card, but I love that. So here our oven will cut just the top part of the oven. Oh, love it. So you can open your oven. And then here's the bar so that you could pop it up and you could open it that way. Oh my gosh. So here is the card that I made. I made a long slimline. It also uses the, oh goodness, I'm losing the name of it. It's the one that cuts out the window, and you've got your wainscoting and your floor. I will have it linked down below. And I'll even, if I remember to, put it up on the screen for you so that you remember. But here it is. It's so cute. It'd be like little grandma or mom that's done all this baking, and here's the little boy coming in to eat a cookie. But yeah, I thought that was super, super fun. So there's that one. yeah, I can't wait to reuse this set and get that die going because I love that so much. Our next stamp set is another 4x8. No, this is a 4x6. This one's called Tremendous Christmas. And it's so cute because it has all the little animals. And they're kind of just stacked up on each other to make a tree. And then we've got great little sentiments, joy to the world. This one is really tiny. It says, have yourself a merry little Christmas, which is perfect because it's little. Then we have, and a happy new year. We wish you a Merry Christmas, so I wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Hope you have a tremendous holiday season. I do have a sample for this one. Here it is, and oops. All right, so here it is. It also uses a new die, and I'll show you that one when we get to it, but there I've got it colored and put some fun little baubles on it. But we've got more Christmas cards. So there's that. Love it. Our next one, oh, this one makes me so happy too. So this one is called Winter Burrow. Y'all know and love our bunny burrow, right? So you love the bunny burrow. It also kind of goes with our little mouse house. These little critters can all be intertwined, which is super, super fun. Well, now we have this one, which is called the Winter Burrow. So I made a card to go with this one. I made a little winter burrow. And so we've got some little elements on there. This is interactive, and I'll show you that when we get to, I'll show you the die that goes with this one. But isn't that fun? I just love it. I love that we're getting these ones that can go on top of each other. I just think that is just so much fun. So we'll see this card again when I get to the other ones. All right, now we have a door. This is another 4x6. I don't have a sample for this one, but I just love this one. And I think you could crank out some super fast faith-based cards with this one, and I am all over that. So I'm definitely going to be making a bunch of these. I just didn't have the time to do this one. This one does not have a no, there's no coordinating die for this one, but you've got the manger, oh come let us adore him, and then you have all these little stars, and I love the bold lettering of this one. It's just fabulous. So there's that one. Now we're going to move on to some 4x4s, and we're getting into the gnomes. You know, they're very good with their little gnomes. Our first gnome is Gnome for the holidays. Here we are. He's so cute. This one does have a coordinating die set that is sold separately. I don't have it, but here is the sample I made, and this actually uses another die. But here we go. We're Gnome for the holidays, or I'll be Gnome for the holidays. So I think that's great. So you'll see this one again when I get to that die, but that's my little sample. That's my little sample. Our next little gnome is probably one of my faves. He is the Holiday Tweets, and this one does have a coordinating die set that is sold separately. I don't have that one either, but here is the sample I made with it. So we've got Holiday Tweets, Season's Greetings, and Hello. So here's the one I made. Did a little splatter on that one, and this one uses some other new products, so I'll get to that one when we do. But isn't he fun? I've got these little fun gold elements on his beard and his hat, and he is just too cute. And of course, with all these gnomes, you could make them look like Santa. I just decided to make them all look a little bit different than that. So our next little gnome set is no, this is not the one. They're 3x4s. So our next little gnome set is From Our Gnome to Yours. I do have a sample for this one, and let me see, is there a matching die? There is a coordinating die. I don't have it, and I did make a sample, but it got messed up. So I put some dots on it and they didn't dry. But you can see how I colored this little guy, and I thoroughly enjoyed coloring him. So much fun. But yeah, my dots got all messed up. So From Our Gnome or Home, you wouldn't have to put Gnome in there. You could put Home to Yours. So there's that one. Our next one is called Comfort and Joy. And isn't that cute? And this one does have a coordinating die. I don't have that either. But I went ahead and made a mini slimline with this one. That's a little shaker. Yep, there's that one. I just thought he was so fun. So there's that one. And that mini slimline die with the holes to make your shaker, that one was released last release. Our next one is Let Your Light Shine. Super adorable. And I do have a sample for this one. And there is a coordinating die, but I don't have that either. So we've got the Let Your Light Shine, and I'm assuming they cut the words out when they do, but here's my little sample of that one. This one uses that A2 plate with the quilting, and then you've got the stencil that matches with it. So I just did little hearts on there, which I thought was fun because it matched his little hat. So there's Let Your Light Shine. Our next one is Merry and Bright, and this one's from the Love Danny line. And so there are matching dies to go with this one, where you've got your tree, and you also have dies that will cut out your candy canes. And I have a couple samples with this one just because it was so much fun. So I've got this one, and that one uses another product that's new, and I'll show you that in a minute. But I also decided I thought this would be great to make an ornament with, because you have the matching die. Now, it's not one of those that's matching where it's like you could flip it around. I just put a backing on it, you know, that was white. So we've got a fun little ornament. You could really spruce these babies up. But there's some ideas for you. All right, we'll see that one again. Our next one, oh my gosh, I just love this one. It's called Shake Your Merrymaker, and yes, there is a matching die. The matching die will cut out not only Santa, it'll cut out the words, and will cut out the disco ball, but the disco ball, you get an outline of the disco ball as well. So not only the whole disco ball, but the outline and like the ornament top. So that's fun. And I have two samples of that one. This one, boop, because it's Shake Your Merrymaker, I had to put them on an action wobbler. And then also this one, which goes with the new matching die. I have a video for this one that's up today as well. But yeah, he's shaking across that whole slimline. Super, super fun. That's a new die as well. But is he not stinking cute? And I had mentioned in the video that I made that I feel like you could have like a bunch of Santas at a rave. Maybe they could even be in different colored Santa costumes. Would that not be so cute? All right, next one, Jingle All The Way, another one from Love Danny. And I have this one. Here's my sample. I like these because they fit across an A2 size card just about perfectly. You could stamp this out a bunch of times. Color, and this didn't take me hardly any time to color. I did put some little gold highlights on it, and then my background that uses. Our next one is called No Place Like Home. There is not a matching die for this one, and I did not get a chance to use it, but it is two separate stamps. So you could very easily probably put this on a slimline if you really wanted to with the house top, or it'll fit on the front of an A2 nicely. So there's that. Our next one, and our final little guy, this is the Snowmobile. I think this one was previously released once before, but he was pretty popular, so they brought him back. And I went ahead and made a slider with him because, you know, look at him. He's sliding down the hill. So there we go. And this was foiled using the black and white paper that for Slimline that was released last time. So you absolutely can foil those. So there's that. And that one uses another die from what we're going to see here soon. All right. Moving on. Now we have a bunch of standalone dies. This first one I'm going to show you is called the Bunch of Bows. Now it doesn't include this. This is it. This is the Bunch of Bows. And I didn't cut this one out. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, So I have it still intact, but it does cut out the little pieces that these will pop out of there. If you want, then you could do different colors with it, but that will pop out. The other portion, this portion, oh my goodness. Look at the tiny bow that you can make with that little portion. Can you imagine putting that on little gifts? This was so much fun. All it took was just taking like a pencil and kind of rolling the cardstock across the pencil to kind of give it a curved look. But look at that. Oh, just use a good quality like liquid glue, or possibly you could use like score tape, but I don't know that that would hold that as well as your liquid glue. But I love the little bow you get. So there are those ones. Oops, see, I'm losing little pieces now. All right. The other one we'll talk about in a minute, but I definitely wanted to show you the little bows. Okay, the next standalone die is our Trinity Stamps Coffee Cozy Hand Stitched Die Set. I did not get a chance to use this because I am waiting on my felt to come. So I've got a bunch of felt coming with some thread. Believe it or not, I don't actually have a lot. So I'm just waiting on that. And then you've got this whole die that will go around a cup. I know that the design team has some really good samples using this, but I can't wait to stitch it up. I think this will be great. This would make some great gifts. And so Benzie Designs and Trinity paired up together, and they have a bundle. I'm going to have the picture up here so you can see the bundle, but I'll also have a link to their store down below. So here's this, and yeah, that's going to be neat. I can't wait to play with that when I get my felt, which should hopefully be here on Monday. Our next die set is too stinking cute. It's called the Happy Little Tree Farm dies. And it has so many little pieces for trees that you can mix and match. It also has little faces. You've got your trunks. You've got this one that says Tree Farm, and you even have ornaments and a star. I went ahead and made this one, wishing you a season of love and joy. I didn't put any faces on it, but part of that's because I made really dark trees. And this is paired up with a new die set that I'll show you here in a bit. But isn't that fun? You could make all kinds of little trees, and it's just super exciting. So there's that as well. I have a bunch more trees just kind of sitting here in the back, which is so fun. Okay, our next die set is one I don't have a sample for just because I ran out of time. It's called the Happy Snowman. So you kind of get an idea of what we're going with here. This is going to make a big old snowman. Now, if you didn't want it to be on a slimline, you could just stick to the two pieces to make the snowman fit on an A2 size card. Otherwise, this is going to fit beautifully on a slimline. And you've got a couple different faces that you can make. One where he's looking up, like throwing a snowball. So this is supposed to be like a little, throwing, like maybe he's either throwing the snowball or he's juggling snowballs. But you've got your scarf, you've got two different sets of arms if you wanted, or heck, you could even mix and match some of those together. You've got a fun hat with the band that goes around it. You've got some coal eyes, or you could use the coal on his little chest. You've got a carrot nose, and like I said, a couple mouths, a couple different carrots too. So that's a fun one. Definitely can't wait to play with that one. We also have some Scripty Words here. We've got the Scripty Holiday and Scripty Christmas. So here's the Happy Holidays Scripty. I used that one on this card. So there you have Happy Holidays, nice and scripty. You've got the shadow for it and the words themselves. So there's that example. And then we've got Merry Christmas. And I didn't actually use this one on a card yet, but you know that I will. So there are your Scripty Christmas and Scripty Holiday. Our next one is Sweet Holiday Wishes. I used this for my card that I made on the Trinity page, and this is the one that you saw just a little bit ago. So it has like a little, almost like a little peppermint. You've got your candy canes. It says Sweet Wishes, and then we have the tree. I'll pull the tree out so you can have an idea. So it's an outline piece. It's also, so it's like 3 parts to it. Since we have the outline, then we also have this one where you can do an outline, and then the little pieces that go with it. Same thing with the candy cane, which I can show you. Or if you watched the video yesterday, you'll know. So these pieces are the ones that go in there. So you can just, mix and match and do all kinds of fun stuff with it if you want. And so here are the examples that I made. Here's this one. Fun, fun. And then this one was the one I made for the channel. So here we have this one, which I taped closed so I could get a picture. But there we have the candy canes. And I made it like a little stained glass. So, and that one also uses another product that I'll show you here in a bit. All right, so there's that. Lots of fun. Our next, oops, let me put those away. All right, so our next standalone die is the We Wish You a Merry Christmas die. This one's great. So here it is. I have an example. I'm not going to share it with you because you're going to have to stay tuned and watch my channel because you'll get to see me make it. But here it is. It's this whole piece right here that says We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Then you have the trunk and you have a star. And it's actually pretty simple to put this all together. So there is the We Wish You a Merry Christmas. But again, if you'd like to see me use it, stick around. I should have a card in the next few days. Next, we are moving on to some slimlines. So our slimline, here we have this Slimline Rooftop border die, which would absolutely go perfectly with our Santa from earlier, with our Christmas Magic one. How perfect would those two be together? Not only that, but you could also just use the houses and make a good slimline. Or you wouldn't have to put it on slimline. You could put it on A2 and just kind of cut the pieces so that you could stagger the houses if you really wanted to. That'd be kind of fun. So there is that particular one. Moving on to more slimline. Here's the Hip to Be Square. So here it is. And this one went with this one. So I recessed them, put some foam tape on the outside and recessed my little squares. But you could really have a good time mixing and matching, or just not even use this but have the fun squares on a slimline. So that's that one. Our next one is the wide pop-up box card. You know, before we, here's our wide pop-up box card. Here it is. It's all these little pieces. I went ahead and cut all of them out, but it makes this box that I showed you earlier. So it fits into a slimline just great, and then it just pops open to reveal a box card so that the recipient can set it up like so and see all these fun little 3D elements that are in it. So that is this particular die set, which is awesome that it is slimline. I love that. So there's that one. Our next one is the Staggered Rectangles die, and it's a slimline. What it does is it cuts out the rectangles. It doesn't cut out anything else. So you might want to use another piece or another die, but that's what I did here. This is exactly how they showed up on there. It cuts out the little frame. I just glued the little frame back in there. So you can see there's the little frame for each one of those, but you'll get these cute little rectangles that you can either glue them back in or do different colors. That would be fun. There are some possibilities with that. Maybe even make shakers, which would be super fun too. All right, our next one is a, it's called the Slimline Surprise Dies. And this one is the one that I used making this little guy. So there's a couple elements to it. I didn't use these little zipper pulls, but you've seen those before where you die cut on where you want it, and then the recipient can peel that back and reveal something cool, like a gift card or something. So there's two different sizes of that. I did use these others, and maybe I can do a video on it, but it's a surprise because, you know, you see it like this. It doesn't open normal. To open it, you pull it like that, and then you have this cute little scene, and you've got, you know, your message or whatever there. So I think that is so fun. And I love that it's in slimline. And then our last of the slimline dies, and dies in general, is this one, which is called the Slimline Twist and Slide die set. I used this for a couple different cards, which I'll show you. We've got it for all these. This one is what the twist part of it. So you've got this long piece. Maybe I can do a video on this another time. But then you have these openings here, and I put the little snowmen attached to them, and then those guys will twist. but you could have a lot of fun just doing different animals, however you want to do it, but all these pieces make that, except these little slider channels. The slider channels are where you've got your, like this guy, you know, flipping around, or this guy who is going up and down the hill. So those are the little slider channels, and that's the little twist. So that's the last of our dies, but that is a lot of wonderful dies. Then we also have stencil sets. So we've got lots of great stencils. This first one is the layered Snowfall. So you got 2 stencils, and they'll layer on top of each other to make Snowfall. And I have a couple examples doing that one. So basically the same concept, I just use different pastes over these both. This one's an iridescent, this one's a silver. So I did the first layer and then you put the second layer over the top. But it's great because then it adds depth to your cards. Our next stencil is the Slimline Bunting and Lights. And this one's great because you have options. You've got bunting, here's your string, and then you've also got lights. And it's so easy to line up because it has little indentions. It's hard to see it in this light, but that's how I was able to make this one with different layers on the lights. So super easy to line up, super, super easy. But there's that. And then we have a couple more stencils. Another one for the 6x9 is the, and this one's super cool, Slimline Tree of Lights. So you've got 4 different tops that layer over the top of each other and a star to create a card like this one. Isn't that fun? All those layers to make a tree, and I just love it. Just love it. So that's super fun. And think of the possibilities with that one, or the color combinations that one could do. So great. And I even did green and red on this one, and it didn't muddy up too much. I mean, you see it, but it almost looks like it's just a shadow behind there. All right, the last 2 of our stencils are the foundations. These are A2 foundations. We've got the foundations in the ovals, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4 oval pieces, and they have the indentation so you can easily line up your slimline. And then you also have the masks. So you've got the oval masks, and then the last one is this one, which is the squares, foundation squares. So same situation, 4 and 4. So there are those. And I used, this one uses one of the ovals. Got a couple others in here, I think. This one uses the ovals, and I layered those up. And then the squares I did use on the one card that I had all messed up. And let's see. Yeah. So there, I used the square right over some yellow cardstock on that one. Super fun. So there are those. It doesn't stop there though. They are just coming out with a lot of great stuff. This next is their paper, and oh my goodness. So these are 4x9, and we've got 2 holiday papers. This one wouldn't have to be holiday at all. You can use this for anything. It's the Winter Hues, and this one is the pattern paper or holiday pattern paper collection. So let's just go through those ones quickly. Oh, so pretty. And they're double-sided, so you don't necessarily have to choose, but look at all that. Oh my gosh, the plaid. Love that. Ooh, candy cane. More candy cane. That's pretty. This would go great with the baking stamp set. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Oh my goodness. Ooh, I like that color combo. So pretty. Yes, mama. Mama likey. All right, so there's that one, and then this one is like the fall one that came out. So you got circles on the one side and stripes on the other, and you're just going to go through this whole like pastel-y, beautiful patterns of paper. There you have that. There are also a few new embellishments, so let me pull those out. All right, so we've got some silver baubles, and they are just what they say they are, silver, and we also have some gold baubles, which we're just loving the word bauble, tell ya. So silver and gold baubles. We also have this one, which is the Something New. These are like little, oh, those are super pretty. Check those out. Something New baubles. I mean, they don't have bauble in the name, but aren't those pretty? And then this one, which is Deck the Hall. Super fun. It's like little clay berries and trees. So there it is. All right, kids, that is all that I have to share with you today. If you're interested in any of this, like I said, it's going to be linked down in the description box below. Love to know what you think. What's on your list? Let me know. Tell me that in the comment section. I want to know what you're getting or what you want to see me use, or both. Tell me whatever you want. All right, folks, I love y'all, appreciate y'all. Thanks for using my affiliate links. Thanks for the thumbs up, all the comments, everything. You guys are incredible, and I love y'all. So if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, so that you can see what I'm going to make with all these goodies. And as always, I will see you soon in another video. Bye, everybody.